This will be my TNA Impact review for March 13th, 2014. Overall, the show was an enjoyable show. If you've missed it, I recommend you guys go out there and watch it again. Opened up with Bobby Roode and Team Dixie backstage arguing on what happened. Who can they blame for them losing at Lockdown last Sunday? And Bobby Roode said, gotta blame Dixie Carter because she trusted her insurance policy, which was Bully Ray, and it failed miserably. And then the show opens up in the ring with MVP on the mic saying that Dixieland is no more and that it's time for change and MVP's about change. He gets interrupted by Magnus, and Magnus says, you know what, Dixie Carter may be no more, but he's still the world champion. He'll continue to be the world champion for a long time. And he brings out his insurance policy, which is Abyss, and Abyss comes out with the new mask. And this is my thoughts on Abyss and the new mask. I feel like with this new mask, you literally killed the Abyss character. When you think of the monster Abyss, you think of Abyss with the original mask, alright? And throughout the years, TNA tried to, revamp Abyss, revamp him again and again. Like 2010, he was Hulk Hogan 2.0 with the ring on, and, he later on talked and this and that. Like, to me, when I think of Abyss from like 2004, 2005, 2006. When he was the monster Abyss, when he was managed by James Mitchell and all of that. That's my opinion, of course, and I know people may have a different point of view, but with this new mask, is like, the monster Abyss to me is no more almost, It's no longer the same. That's my thoughts, of course. And then out came Samoa Joe, and MVP made a match, Samoa Joe versus Abyss, and the match itself was a short match. Ended up with Eric Young interfering and attacking Abyss in a DQ, and Abyss gets to win via DQ. And pretty much you can tell TNA is going to carry on this feud between Abyss and Eric Young and Magnus and Joe, which is cool to see as well. And then we get the second match of the night, the debut of Santana Garrett, now known as Brittany versus Gail Kim. A short match as well, which ends with Brittany getting the victory roll on Gail Kim. At the end of the match, Lady Tapa and Gail Kim arguing, and Gail Kim pushes Lady Tapa, which causes Lady Tapa to push her back. Gail Kim slaps her, and then after that, Lady Tapa goes off on Gail Kim. Pretty much in a nutshell, this match was set up so that Lady Tapa and Gail Kim can break up, but nonetheless, a good debut by Brittany, aka Santana Garrett. And then we get a backstage segment where Bully Ray arrived at the arena, and he gets attacked by Team Dixie. But rest assured, he got his revenge against everyone one by one throughout the show. And then we get a tag team match, the Bromance versus Sonata and Tigre Uno. A very great match. I enjoyed it. Ended up with Sonata and Tigre Uno getting the win. So now you can say that Tigre Uno and Sonata are now the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. And before the show, you had a backstage segment where the Great Muta and Sonata were talking, and how Great Muta was telling Sonata that now that you're the X Division champion, you have to represent Wrestle 1 and show everyone what Japanese wrestling is all about. A good segment to start the match before, alright? And then we had Spud and EC3, in the ring paying tribute to Dixie Carter. And people were booing, Rockstar Spud and EC3, and Spud was reading a poem, which, people were just booing, calling him a lapdog, and out came MVP. And MVP pretty much said, you know what, Spud, I actually like you, and I feel that you can be a wrestler again. And Spud was like, no, I'm not a wrestler no more. And at the end of it, in a nutshell, MVP made Rockstar Spud to face Willow later on tonight. And EC3 was laughing, and MVP made a match for next week, EC3 versus Bobby Lashley. And Lashley came out, he stared at EC3, and EC3 ran out. And he attacked Spud and hit him with this giant portrait that they made of Dixie Carter. And then we get Samuel Shaw versus Anderson, a street fight, a short street fight, kind of corny. It should have been a singles match because barely any weapons were used. When you think of a street fight, you think of weapons being used in the match. But again, you can tell they're going to carry on this feud. So I guess as them building onto this feud, why not? It ended up with Anderson getting the win. And there you go. And then we get Willow versus Spud, Rockstar Spud. A short match, it ended up with Willow attacking Rockstar Spud with the umbrella, causing the DQ. At the end of the match, you see Willow, aka Jeff Hardy, attacking Rockstar Spud with the weapons, with the ladder, with the chair. And I'll give TNA credit because they actually admitted that Willow is the alter ego of Jeff Hardy, instead of keeping this whole thing of Willow and Jeff Hardy are two different people. I remember on Twitter, myself and Ty1822 were talking, and I told him, at least TNA admitted this, and he's like, yeah, I agree, because if this was WWE, you had Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole be like, who is this guy? Which is true, but again, I give TNA credit for this. And then we had the final segment of the show, Bully Ray's in the ring, and he says why he did what he did. He says that, you know what, Bobby, I did you a favor, because I know if you would have won, you would have had power, and you would have been Dixie Carter 2.0, which caused Bobby Roode to come out, and they brawl in the ring, and Bully Ray brings out a table, and Bobby Roode gets some offense in as well. But at the end of it, Bully Ray power bombs Bobby Roode to the table, and they end this show right there. So yeah, I guess you can say now Bully Ray is a face or a tweener. I want to say tweener, but you never know with TNA. But nonetheless, an enjoyable show. I'm looking forward to next week. We're going to get Magnus versus Joe for the TNA World title, and supposedly Eric Young and Abyss are going to be chained to one another. Looking forward to that. Let me know your thoughts. Did you agree? Did you enjoy this show? Did you not? If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And I'm out. Peace.